Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and since it's Women's History Month, I'm here today to talk to you about Team Knight Rider, Episode 21, Spy Girls. This is a take on Charlie's Angels, where three women work undercover in an agency and they help save the day and stuff like that and save the world. In fact, one of the characters, Trek, who's the main character on the show, he's actually wearing a Charlie's Angels shirt. And so this is one of my all-time favorite episodes. When I watched this episode, I was so taken away by these three new women who was in this show. In fact, I thought that this could have been like a backdoor pilot or something like that, but it never was. Now, this show was created by the dude who created, the Knight Rider show and a whole bunch of other syndicated shows. Gene L. Lawson, I think his name is. I can't remember his name. But he created like Knight Rider. He created Team Knight Rider. He created Nightman. He created a bunch of other stuff that just can't come to my head. Manable and stuff like that. All kind of stuff. But like, I really love this group of like three fighting women. Like, I really wish they would have had their own spinoff. And each woman does an amazing job. Josie is my favorite. Josie is played by Meredith Autry, I think her name is. And let's see. She is the blonde one, the computer whiz of it. Then you have Felicity Waterman, who plays April. She's like the European sex symbol who flirts with guys to get what she needs for like a distraction. And then there's Roberta Renner, and she plays Emma, who's like the tough leader person and stuff. And all three of these women did an amazing job, especially acting. And it's sad that they don't really get no acting jobs no more. They were amazing and stuff. And so, like, this episode, basically what happens is it starts off with the three ladies. They're going undercover to get into this one dude's house. Now, this one dude is like a former flag agent, and he's trying to write a book. And we don't know why they have to get inside there, but they have to. So April pretends to... The dialogue in the beginning makes no sense with April and this guy. Like, she's pretending to be a psychic and he's believing her, and like she charges like $10.99 for like the first minute and other minutes after that. And what's really dumb is that he tells his wife, Joan, do we need any something, something, something? And then so when she's in the house, she's all like, you have a wife, and her name starts with a J. Is it Joan? And he's all like, that's amazing. How did you know that? Duh, you literally told her that. So the writing is very off, and like the beginning, and like every time is the dialogue between like April is involved, the writing is always off. And you think if he's a former military government agent, he'll be smart enough to believe there's a psychic who goes door to door in the people's house and stuff. So anyway, she's the distraction so that Emma could get in and snoop around and get whatever they have to get. Josie, however, is really upset. She's all like, why do you two get to play like the sex symbols and like distract guys? I can do it too. So, but she can't because she's like the nerdy one in the group. But she's really attractive and stuff, but she's the nerdy one and stuff. She does all the tech stuff and she's the getaway like driver. And so while they're there, some goons show up in like black ski masks. And so like all three girls have to like fight him off and everything. Very Charlie's Angel style. And so like, but then they have like machine guns shoot up the place because they're looking for like an egg. They hear the cops and they run off. And so like the flag agent dude's like, who are you women? And so Josie's all like, well, I'll tell you this. We don't work for a guy named Bosley. And they have their own theme song for this episode. So now we get to the flag agents, Team Knight Rider. And may he rest in peace. Brixton Carnes and everything, who played Cal. Man, this dude was so cool on the show, and he sadly passed away many years ago. And so, also rest in peace to the wife of, like, the flag agent dude. And so Cal and Jenny are in the flag dude's house, and they want to know what those women, who all they are, what they up to, and what they wanted to steal. Well, the former flag agent, he worked on, like, this coup that happened many years ago that took this one dictator out of power named Alejandro. And so with Alejandro, he got a nice cushy living in America if they get to overthrow him in the fictional country that he's from. Well, there was some type of nerve gas agent that I think he was working on. And so they stole the nerve gas agent and the ingredients and all that, and they put it in a Faberge egg, in a microfiche type thing, like a data. So they figured nobody would ever look for the Faberge egg and everything, because it's encrypted with like a really, really special code. And so he lied and said the egg was destroyed, but kept it because it was a Faberge egg worth millions, right? His wife said, well, since it's from Neiman Marcus, she just put it in like an auction and everything. And so they have to get it back. And so, like, when they go to the auction and everything, they think, it's a replica Faberge egg. That's what they think it is, so it's not going to go for that much. It goes for the thousands. And so Jenny, they have to get this egg. So Jenny's like, she's just like throwing out some money she ain't got. And Flag doesn't have it in the budget. Now Trek, they should have brought him because he's the millionaire of the group and the tech dude. And so one of the spy girls is there, Emma, and she's betting on it. And see, her bureau has jurisdiction in this field, to investigate like this Faberge egg and everything like that. So they got like the money for it, but Cal and them don't know it. So they keep bidding, but Emma ends up winning. Well, Jenny's all like, look, lady, I need to inspect this egg. And Emma's all like, nah, that ain't gonna happen. You get your hands off my egg. So these two about to get into a huge fight until the men in the ski mask show back up and steal the egg. This pisses off Cal. Like, he wants to know who these women are, who they're working for, and why they want this egg. And so when they're having their meeting and everything, Trek realizes, or no, he sends Trek and Duke to like Alejandro's place to see what's so valuable about this egg. So he's a former dictator who lives with his mom in this huge mansion, and he has all these nurses, and he's a bit of a slob and a sluck and a smuck and everything. And so, like, I'm about to say slug and smuck at the same time. And so they know he's not capable of whatever it is on there, so they have to figure out a different way. And so, like, at some point in time, they get a new lead, and it leads them to those women that they start tracking down. And what is it? So, like, the women are in pursuit of a caviar truck for some reason. Team Knight Rider don't know why, so they have to, like, pursue these women because they see it being held up. So they're like, they got to stop this crime. So Domino, who doesn't like any other female other than Jenny, and loves men to death, she shoots at, like, the female lady who has the gun because they think they're like holding it up. They still don't know those are government agents. So it's a huge, huge, huge car chase. And I love the way they do their car chases in this limited budget show. They don't have much of a budget, but boy, they make every use of it. I love the overhead shots that they film. This is practical stuff. The only problem I have with the chase scene is that, like, they showed old clips of Jenny wearing her old uniform, the uniforms they wore back in the earlier episodes. And so that was just lazy because now they just wear regular clothes. And so they're just like chasing down the road, trying to do the best they can. And the ladies in their cool sports car get hit by the truck, and caviar is all over their clothes. And so they're pissed. And now they realize who they are and everything. They now realize they're both government agents working for different bureaus and stuff. And so Josie actually lets it spill that they're not after the egg, they're or the caviar fish. They're after the microfish that's on it. The microfish is like the encoded thing that's on the Faberge egg, but they don't know why they need the caviar for. And so they head back to their respective places, trying to figure stuff out. They see that both are trying to hack the FBI and everything. So they try to avert, like, their trace and everything. But both tech people are really too good. But then they realize, they need to like talk to one another. So it turns out that the reason why they need the caviar eggs because it has a small amount of trace in this one chemical that can be used for a deadly nerve agent. And so, like, it turns out that the Americans are the one who helped out in this coup, and they're the ones who created this nerve agent. So they think Alejandro's gonna blackmail the U.S. government into giving him back his power. He spills the beans on them and stuff. Well, both agents send in one of their people to like infiltrate Alejandro in the form of nurses. So since Erica is their liaison type person who has to flirt with people to get her on her way with people, they send her and then they send April. And Alejandro does not want Erica, he just wants April. But Erica's kind of like, well, you can have two nurses, There's no rule that says you can't. And I really love this scene and everything. And so like, after they figure out who they all are, they talk and everything, and they start asking Erica and like, April, if you search the entire house, why can't you find this nerve agent? And so they're all like, well, we didn't go to the garage because it was really dirty with spiders and stuff. So the ladies go there and they see that a bomb is being made up. He's literally going to put the nerve agent in a bomb and put it out on the atmosphere and stuff. And so then Alejandro's mother show up. Now, Alejandro's mother, Rosa, she is played by Renee Victor, and boy, she is gorgeous, even still to this day. But it turns out it's Rosa who's behind all this. She's the real brains of the operation because her son is too much of a smuck. And so, like, now they have to rescue April and Erica and stop this bomb. Basically what it is that Rosa's doing this because she missed living that high society lifestyle, hanging out with like world leaders and stuff like that, and she wants to be put back in power, or better yet, her son. So both agencies decide to work together, but they still can't get along. After they disable like the electrified fence and everything, it's hiney whooping time, and they go in whooping some major butt left and right. And then the cars, of course, are like blowing up the facility with their missiles, and it's like really cool and really dramatic. Well, after they rescue Erica and like, April and everything, then they give one of those speeches like, the day is fought by like us and blah, blah, superhero type stuff. So in a way, they all hang back on Sky 1 and so, or Sky 2, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called Sky One, what they hang out on. It's like their own makeshift jet where all the cars be at and stuff like that. And so now Cal and Emma are starting to bond, which makes Jenny very jealous and stuff. Also, Josie and Trek, the two smart ones, are starting to they're starting to like rattle off everything that they've done to like save the world, like stop nukes and everything like that, trying to one up each other. And then with April, Erica, and that of Duke, Erica introduces those two together, and I don't know, the dialogue still is really weird when it comes to April and stuff, and so she paints him as a male chauvinist pig and everything. So all in all, like I said before, this is a really cool episode. Sadly, you're not going to be able to find it nowhere unless you have it recorded on VHS. I think it might be on streaming, but you have to really, really pay for each episode on Amazon Prime. I don't know if they have it still there or not. It's not out on DVD for some bizarre reason. I don't know why. So many other of Glenn's like stuff is out on DVD, but not this one. Happy Women's History Month, everybody. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.